Instead of shopping and buying new clothes all the time, something I've been trying hard to do in my wardrobe is to enjoy the things I already own. So in today's video, I want to talk about how you can restyle your clothes and dress better without anything new. What brought about this video is that recently I've been moving and I've been unpacking my clothes into my new wardrobe. And in that process, I've fallen in love with so many old favorites. I want to combine my current favorites with old favorites and then also tie it to some recent inspiration to create better outfits than what I've been wearing. So throughout this video, I'm going to be showing you lots of befores and afters, what the outfit looked like as it is, and things I'm going to do to elevate it so that the outfits feel more stylish. I love to break down style inspo into practical things that we can take away from it so we can dress better using that inspiration. I'm going to start the first outfit with the inspiration. There are different ways I'll do it throughout the video, but this one, we're going to break down the inspiration first. In this photo, I'm in love with the chunky silver jewelry with that beige warm tone dress. I love that she's playing with scale, so the dress is kind of mini, but she's got this chunky belt and a pretty statement necklace. And then I also love the fact that she's wearing her belt a little bit lower down. It's crazy, but I've always felt like if I need to belt a dress, I need to do it up really tightly. But I think just a little bit looser, lower on the waist actually feels so much more practical. In my outfits, I've decided to go for this green Sezane dress. It's got that same warm tone as the inspo, and I've paired it with silver accessories. I think it's a little bit much when I do both the necklace and the belt. For my style, I feel like it's distracting. So either I will do the necklace or the belt, but I think it's so much more stylish than how I wear it normally. Usually when I wear this dress, I'll either wear it alone in a really simple way, or I'll always wear it with gold. So just by taking the inspiration and trying it in my wardrobe, I do feel like this outfit is a lot more elevated than usual. I think Carrie's look is more of an evening look, so she's got the big earrings on, which I have skipped. But for next time, I would definitely do the earrings and the belt, and I think that creates good balance for every day. I think recreating inspiration is one of the easiest ways to dress better. It always gives me something to take away, and I get tunnel vision looking at my wardrobe, so this is a great way to just expand my styling options. Moving on, something I've been wearing a lot in the last year is all white. I really like an all white outfit. I've been saving it a lot on Pinterest, on Instagram, but there comes a point where it just becomes really boring if it's not styled well. So lately, as I've been a little bit busier, all of my all white outfits have been so incredibly boring. So let's look at some ways we can make this outfit better. When I don't like an outfit, I usually try to identify why I don't like it. So looking at this one, it's just too flat. There's only one element going on, and that's white broidery. There's no other real interest. So one of the first things we can do is to add a bit more visual weight to the outfits. Right now, everything is white, everything is lacy. I love to add denim into these outfits as the first step. Super easy to do with a denim vest or a denim jacket. You can even pair the top with jeans and you're good to go. So that's step one. While it's still possible to make this outfit better by wearing both pieces together, I honestly would throw on like a cardigan or sweater or something, just so we're not embroidery lace head to toe. So if I throw on this stripe, we've only got the bottom, which is broidery. And then I'll pair it with my leather boots, and we're just adding kind of darker colors, heavier textures, which I think contrast broidery really well. We could also just go for a leather jacket instead of the boots and sweater. I like these outfits a lot more. I think there's a lot more going on, and we're basically adding in darker colors, we're adding in heavier fabrications to create more visual weight. And I think when there is a mix of light and heavy, they bring each other out so well. I'm cheating a little bit here because this is in an upcoming kind of Sezane review video, but I decided just to try on the Sezane shorts with this top. I do really like that white, lighter fabric with the heavier wool. I think that gives really nice contrast as well. And then of course, it doesn't need to be wool shorts, it can be a wool jacket. Just bring in that heavier tweed wool kind of fabric. Let's just say you don't like the leather and the thick wools. In that case, something I would do is just to add color and prints in lighter weight fabrications. I really like styling Audrey's polka dot scarf in this outfit. I just think the black does give it a little bit more depth. I like it with the straw bag. These are both subtle prints, so I don't think it's too much to layer a couple on. I would also wear it with like a patterned skirt. It can be check, it can be another pattern, it can be a floral, but something to break up that block color. More often than not, my handbag is the pop of color in my outfit, so adding in that little bit of red for this look. So compared to how we started, I think you can go two routes. Add color, add pattern, or you add those heavier, cozier textures. I think that the beauty of this one is that you end up with so many more outfit combinations when you mix and match in your wardrobe. When you start mixing heavier wools with these lighter pieces, that works so well in the transitional season, by the way. It opens up the combinations you have in your wardrobe. Next up, let's talk about patterns and how to style our pattern pieces better and in more ways. Part of the reason that I get sick of a pattern is because I always style that pattern in the same way. So instead of pairing it with tons of things in my wardrobe, I always wear it in the same way that feels safe, and I get stuck on combinations. Something that's helped me wear my patterns in more ways is learning how to pull color from patterns. In these outfit combinations I've saved, what they basically do is that I think they start an outfit with a key piece that has multiple colors. And then to style it, they will basically bring colors from the pattern into the other elements of the outfit. If we look at this vest outfit, you'll see that the necklaces and the shoes both match the colors on her vest. So she's looked at the pattern on her vest, taken colors, and then accessorized so that everything ties together with the vest. I think this way of putting together color combinations is so easy because it's already been decided for you, and you can just have fun experimenting and seeing what you like. Chances are, if you liked that pattern, you liked that piece of clothing, you probably like the color combinations. So this is a really foolproof way to think of other colors to wear with a pattern or bolder print you might have in your wardrobe. In my wardrobe, something I realized is that I love wearing my Dowen Fair Isle sweater with blue jeans. Not any blue jean, like a very light blue jean. It's because the pattern has that light blue, so I always feel like they tie together really well. And then I can even use like a red bag because the pattern, again, has the red. If it weren't for this trick, sometimes it feels like this would be too bold, and I should style it with simple things. But I think this really elevates an outfit, makes it feel really cohesive, but also colorful. It's hard to tell on camera, but this denim skirt is actually purple. So it ties in with the pattern really well because the sweater has that purple accent. And this is a combination I also love. This tip is not trying to say that pairing patterns with white or with black is not stylish, because honestly, I kind of love the simplicity of it. But sometimes we get bored of this combination, and then if we want to create more outfits, then this is a really good way to do it. So I would pair the red skirt with blues, with pinks, with yellows, with browns, because they're all on the pattern. I'll talk about this dress more in the next example, but for this Christy Dawn dress, there's a little bit of red accent on the dress, so I've tied that in with the sock. Something I really admire in other people's style is when they try something new that is a little bit unexpected. I often see the wrong shoe theory online, but also in real life. A post I recently saved is this one from Christy Dawn, and I love that she breaks down the kind of shoes she styles with her dresses. I'm especially drawn to the different sock and shoe combinations, and it just makes this dress so much more stylish. I think the correct way to wear a dress is always with like a daintier, more elegant shoe. So anytime you break that rule, anytime there is something different, it just feels more interesting. So because this is one you can try in your wardrobe without spending any money, 100% something I wanted to recreate. I have these red socks. They are very, very bright red. I figured I would try it with this dress because the dress has the red and they tie together really well. To be honest, I would like it more if these socks were a bit more faded, darker, deeper, but I think it works really well. It's inspired by this photo from Christy Dawn. There are only so many ways to wear, I think, a simple floral dress, and this is different. And there's something I wore over the weekend, which is a much more toned down version of this. It's just going for like a navy sock. Not black, not white, just navy. Simple. And pairing the floral with a stripe is a really fun way to play with some pattern to make the dress feel more styled without doing anything too drastic. It still feels extremely wearable, and I think the floral and stripe combination is very underrated as they go so well together. That geometric with that softer floral is something that pairs extremely well together. I'm gonna save this one for when I'm feeling a little bolder, and I do think that I would love like a burgundy sock or like a deeper, more muted red. And in the meantime, this is a combination I will be repeating. Something to do if you want to dress better is to maximize what you own. So something in my wardrobe that I used to wear a lot that I don't wear anymore is this Sezane denim vest. I used to wear this all the time, and then I don't know what happened, I just stopped wearing it. To dress better, we're gonna figure out how to wear this again in my everyday outfits. So starting off, let's refer to how I used to wear it. I have always worn this as an accessory between my sweater and my coat. It just adds that extra texture without adding bulk through the arms. It's the reason I love vests, and I just found this so handy to wear in this way, or to style in this way. So in the transitional season, as we're wearing trench coats, this is that perfect layering piece to add a little bit more to an outfit. I realized that I really love this denim vest with more feminine pieces. With the shorts, there is this lace accent, and I like the softness of the shorts with the more structured denim jacket. I also think it will look amazing with different like white dresses, especially if they have a longer sleeve. This will be the perfect piece to change up the look of that dress. And of course, it doesn't even have to be a dress. It can be something like this embroidery blouse. I obviously wear these a lot, and layering this on top, I think creates a very different look. It feels more modern, feels a bit cooler, less, I think, delicate and feminine. The combinations with this vest are really just endless, but I think I love it with feminine pieces. I love it inside a trench coat, and these are gonna be my two main ways of wearing this moving forward. I really just rediscovered this one. I used to style it in a similar way, but it's nice always, I think, to pinpoint exactly what you like with a piece. One of the pieces I knew I wanted to restyle is this Sezane blouse. I love everything about this blouse, especially on the hanger. I also love it in certain kinds of outfits, but not every outfit. There's been a few times where I reached for this item and then it just didn't feel right in the final look, so I swapped it out for something else. So this was one of the pieces I wanted to take the time to style properly. Every time I styled this in the wrong way, it was because I was wearing it with a voluminous, lightweight skirt. And the problem with this outfit, for me, for my personal style, is that the two pieces are both voluminous, they're both made from lightweight cotton, and I feel like I'm drowning in fabric. I never feel very chic in these outfits for my own style. I also feel like the check or the plaid doesn't help because it ends up feeling a little bit more traditional than I want it to feel. As someone who wears a lot of skirts, if I still wanted to wear like a longer skirt, I would just swap out the pattern. Instead of a check, I would do something a bit more contemporary, a little bit more playful, a little bit more fun. It can also just feel more modern, but something that doesn't make it feel as heavy and as traditional as the original outfit. I think this blouse looks good, especially with heavier wool fabrics. So I've got this navy skirt that I own. I love how flattering the skirt is, but to be honest, it's not the easiest to wear. It's a little shorter, it's got the buttons at the front that are kind of annoying, but with that heavier fabric, it looks incredible. This type of fabric is my favorite way to wear this top. If you're more of a shorts girl, you can do the wool shorts that I showed before. In the summer, when I don't want to wear heavy wool, I would do something like this black score I own. It's a more opaque, heavier looking fabric without being actually super heavy. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Something I've been thinking a lot about is enjoying things I own. So if I own a piece of clothing, I want to make the most of it. I want to have fun styling it, creating good outfits, instead of moving on so quickly to the next collection or the next thing. So I love making this. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you'd like to see from me next. Thank you so much for watching and for being patient with me. The move is taking longer than I expected. We'll just say that. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Bye.